Hey everyone, welcome to this video. This is Martin, I'm Lucas, and in this video we set ourselves a little challenge. We wanted to set up a rig, mostly consisting of the gear we own, which does not exceed 1,000 euro. Stay tuned. So the base rule for, let's call it a challenge, was to set up a budget, and we asked via the community tab, we asked you, the community, and we received two interesting price points, which are 1,000 euro and 2,000 euro. And in this video we want to talk about the 1,000 euro budget. And the base rules were only new gear, only retail prices, current retail prices, not what we paid for, not used prices, because we were discussing to use reverb prices.
Yeah, the average price that our stuff is going on reverb, but we've decided to go for new purchases. We've used Thomann for our prices.
And Amazon, in my case, for the amp I chose. Yeah. You can definitely make a better deal if you buy the gear used or secondhand, because the price has gone down and you can for sure save a couple of $100, I would say.
Yeah, certainly. We've noticed it was quite a challenge
to
get at that 1K price point, because we had the prices in mind that we've paid for our stuff, and we thought, well, 1K, it's not that hard. We have plenty of options at home, and it turned out that a lot of stuff that we were having got a lot more expensive. For example, the Vox AC15
and the DSL20 and the Harley Benton 2x12 cab I have, and the Palmer cab, the 1x12 I have, which stands right over there. So all in all, a lot of our stuff has gone up by 50 or even $100, which would exceed the budget.
Yeah, not only, in some cases almost 50%.
Combined, we have a lot of guitars, but if you check out the new prices, the current retail prices, it's not that easy to build a good rig for 1K. Since we've been talking halfway about our rigs already, let's just jump right in and start with the first rig.
Okay, so I'll start with my rig. I've went with Lucas's DSL20 as my amp of choice. That one goes currently for 459 euros at Thomann. I've chosen that one because it's fairly affordable from the ones that we are having. It has a gain channel and it has a classic channel, which delivers a good crunch and also some decent cleans.
It has reverb, it has an effects loop. So pretty nice features.
So pretty much all the features that I would really need. I have to add, my goal was to get something with which I could at least jam, maybe gig if it's getting mic'd from the location itself. I'm using the G112 1x12 cab from Harley Benton.
I think it's the most affordable cab they have, right?
Yeah, it's just 88 euros, so really affordable. If I would have had more in the budget, this would be certainly the point where I would upgrade, probably at least for the one with the vintage 30s in it, because that's the one with the no-name speaker. But it is what it is. For the guitar, I've gone with my Harley Benton SC550. This one is modded a little bit, but we also have to add that this exact model does not exist anymore, and Harley Benton did quite a few upgrades on the current line. So I think that should even it out a little bit. This puts me with the base rig at 845 euros.
Good. So
I have some left for the things that I would need for jamming, gigging. So there I would obviously need a strap. I'm not going with the one that I'm having here. We just looked up, we've used the Fender strap for that one for about 30 euros, right?
No, I think it was just $15.
Or $15 even just. And then the gig bag, we also used an affordable one from Thomann, I think 30 euros, something like this. Yeah, we need a speaker cable as well. We've went with about 30 euros as well, and also with 30 euros a quality instrument cable.
Last but not least,
good tuner. I was going for the Korg pitch clip PC2. Plus, I would have loved to use a pedal tuner, but just for the sake of it, I was running out of money at that point. So altogether, with everything, I would be at about 980 to 990 euros.
Alright, we're on the classic gain channel now. The amp is at the 10 watts. There is a foot switch also included with the amp. We didn't plug it in now, so we can switch channels here on as well. I still like the sound of the classic gain channel. It's just a nice, clean crunch tone. It's not that crunchy because the volume is turned quite low. It's almost off because I think gigging would be no problem if it's on the 20 watt setting.
Yeah,
it's just the 1x12 is not that.
It's not that loud, and it's meant for being mic'd like this altogether.
Now some sounds on the ultra gain channel. I'm just using the knobs a little bit. You need a little bit more volume on this channel to sound good, because if it was too low with just the gain, it wasn't that pleasantly sounding.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds a little boxy with this cap.
Let's try. I increase the volume and you reduce it on the guitar.
Reduce the volume on the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds, of course it sounds different compared to the 2x12 you normally use this amp with.
Yeah.
But I still think if you would turn just the volume a little bit higher, it would sound pretty nice. But it's just the mic was clipping, so I was reducing it.
Yeah.
So it's not the ideal practice setting or setup, sorry.
Yeah, it's not the ideal practice setup. It's also on the lower end for when you're gigging or jamming, because I think the largest limitation is the cap on that one.
So yeah,
most certainly, yeah.
So without breaking our rules too much, but maybe get a used cap that's a slightly bigger or has a different speaker would be an option. But other than that, I think you're within the budget. I think it's a cool rig. And should we continue with mine, or do you want to add something to yours?
No, I think let's move on with yours.
Let's move on. Alright, now on to my gig, which is a little more simple. It consists of two main components. The first one being this Ibanez RG. I need to read it again. It's always RG421 HPAM. I always remember Ibanez RG. The rest is tricky. It is. It costs 598 euros, so roughly 600 euro at Thomann. So it's not a budget, or it's not a low price guitar. It's a mid price guitar. With this regard, I went a different route than Martin did. He spent more on amp, cab, and accessories kind of for the gigging approach. And in this setup, I'm spending 60% of the budget already for the guitar, which doesn't leave that much for the amp itself. But I didn't have the requirement to have a gig-worthy or gig-ready rig. It's mostly for practicing, maybe jamming with another guitarist, not a drummer because it's not that loud, and for recording as well. And that's why I chose the Positive Grid Spark 40. You can plug it into your computer and record. It is a modeling amp, and it has tons of sounds from clean to crunch to high gain to metal. You can even plug in a bass. It has an app. You can adjust a lot. The whole effects chain with the pedals and stuff. It has 2 speakers here and is pretty nice sounding. It clocks in on Amazon. It always fluctuates a little bit. It's around 300 to 350. Maybe you can even get a deal to buy it together with a gig bag or with the official Positive Grid gig bag for 350, which would add up to 950 with the guitar. Then you just need a cable, basically.
Yeah.
You don't need a tuner because it's built in. The app is for free. You don't need pedals. You can still, with the rest, you could buy a gig bag and a strap for 40, 50 euro, and then you would be within the budget of 1,000 euro.
If you would change something, would you consider the Mini?
Personally,
it would free up some more money for other accessory.
I'm not a huge fan of the Mini, to be honest, because it has a limited amount of knobs on top.
Okay.
Because I'm not using only presets. You're mostly using the presets, 2 or 3 presets, and I use them as well. But I also want to adjust the controls via the knobs, and the Mini is quite limited in this regard. So I prefer the 40.
We also had a comment lately that from someone who had both on the speaker swap video that he prefers even the sound on the Mini. It does not.
It's probably not that bass heavy.
Yeah, it's probably not that bass heavy, but I can't tell from experience. But that was something I found interesting.
I haven't tried it either. What I really like about this guitar is it has DiMarzio pickups. Just show it in this camera a little bit. A very cool looking ash top, roasted maple neck, and although it's 2 humbuckers, it has a 5-way switch. Let's call it the first position. Neck, it's with Fender it's the other way around, but upwards, neck. Second position would be neck humbucker parallel.
Okay.
So it's definitely, you hear it's lower output. Both together, I think both inner coils, really giving you that strat tone of the same position on the 5-way blade switch, and bridge. I think preset number 1 is the AC/DC preset. Parallel. Middle. This really single coil sounding. And I think the bridge humbucker is pretty high output, so that's great for. stuff like that.
What I like about this amp is how it really changes with pickup settings and with volume. You get from clean to crunch really easy.
Still the bridge?
Yeah.
Cleans up nicely.
Yeah.
Although it's just modeling, but it's great modeling.
It does this better than many other modelers, especially at that price point.
I've just used one of the knobs here. You have 4 presets. I don't have the preset set up for this guitar, so I'm not that happy with the sounds. I was just using the knob here to select the different amp models. It's hardwired. You can of course adjust it with the knobs, which I just did, but to get the full access to the amp, you need the app. Maybe that's bad, but you can set up nice presets, or you can even download them, put them on the 4 presets and forget about it.
I'm only using it with the app because when I'm playing with it, I'm playing with it with backing tracks, and
For that it's
yeah,
awesome.
and I'm running this through the app. I'm having the chords shown there.
Yeah.
Although they are not always the right ones.
Almost clean now.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 wildly different approaches to the same question. So which one did you prefer? Which route would you go? Would you go the one where you can jam and maybe even gig with? Again, I'm not really convinced for it being really gig worthy with this cab.
If you mic it, I think it should work.
I'm not 100% convinced.
It's not tested, the cab.
Yeah, it's not tested. I'm not convinced it may hold up really when taking it with you from one gig to another. So yeah, there's that. That's really the weak point in my rig. Or are you going with the home rig with a high quality guitar and a modeling amp that can do quite a few things, that's fine for jamming together with a body that has something in the same, let's call it power range.
And you can play it with headphones. You cannot play the DSL-20 with headphones. So 2 vastly different rigs, both cost less than 1,000 euro. Let us know which one's your favorite and how would your 1,000 euro or dollar rig look like. Would it be with a tube amp or with a solid state amp, with a modeler and an expensive guitar, or completely different? Just a guitar maybe. Why not? A guitar for 1,000 euro.
Let's go with acoustic.
Or semi-hollow. For acoustics, it's of course it's just one guitar.
Yeah.
That's cheating. Almost. Well, that's part 1 of our mini series. We will definitely make a follow-up with the 2,000 euro rig, and you, without any spoilers, you will definitely have a gig ready rig then.
Yes, definitely.
Mine probably too, but yeah, you will see, you will find out, and if we feel like it, maybe we even do a third one with no budget constraint. Which would mean heavy lifting for you to carry all the stuff over.
Yeah, that's...
Maybe we could just do it hypothetically.
Yeah.
I know what you have in mind. Amp-wise, of course. Guitar-wise.
You have no idea.
Maybe we will talk about it in a video, maybe on a live stream, or maybe, yeah. It's a secret. Ask us in the comments. Maybe Martin will disclose it. All right. With that, thanks a lot for staying with us. Have a good one. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.